think we kept them waiting long enough.
Maybe.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Keep Me Alive. I have a new mixer, so that's why we're kind of a little bit after 11. I don't have to really be on time for YouTube like I did on. I was a stickler on Facebook. You gotta start right at right at the right time. So anyway, so this mixer is gonna be badass once I figure it all out. But I mean, it is badass, but it's gonna be for the show. The show's gonna be a little bit better. Hopefully, I don't know. No promises. But let's see. Monday, I had Shadow Corvus on. They're also from Pittsburgh. You say you're not aware of them. I know a lot of people in Pittsburgh. I guess just from going to concerts and shows and stuff up there is just meeting the bands and everything. So that's how I met them. I went to a show at the end of July, I believe, July 31st, I think it was, at Black Forge over at McKees Rocks.
Yeah.
First time I've ever been to that place. Really cool place for music, really. I was
Yeah, it's an awesome
metal,
spot for
metalcore
sure.
at a coffee shop. Come on, no. But it was badass. Anyway, so I thank them for coming on the show on Monday, and they were the last ones to use the little from when I used the little 2-channel mixer that I had. So I've upgraded to however many channels this one has, a lot. So should I call you Three Crow Retirement Home, or should I call you Nathan?
Nate's cool. Yeah.
All right, Nate. Welcome to the Keep Mania Live. Appreciate you coming on. Where did that name come from? Not Nate. I mean, I'm sure your parents had something to do with that, but
Back in August of '97, I imagine a conversation went down about that one. No, Three Crow Retirement Home. Honestly, just like the alliteration of it, like I had like kind of a vibe that I was trying to capture when like naming this project. And when I was brainstorming with myself, that was just kind of what came up naturally. So it doesn't actually mean anything. But it's more just to kind of encompass like a certain vibe.
you should try to come up with something that it means, though. Like that way, you're.
So the joke that I always say is when people ask me that, usually I come up with a different story for like every person that, yeah. So whatever I can come up with on the spot is usually what goes down.
I think that's a good idea. You should
Be like, I was out on I-95 when my water pump broke and I had to leg it
everywhere.
Everywhere, dude. And I had to leg it. And the only place that had a phone was this really crotchety old, yeah. So it just, and then,
that's believable too. I mean,
yeah, for sure. But
it's there. I mean, they weren't there. Heck with them. Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, I was the band that I played a little bit ago. That's Atticus Finch out of New York. They were the first ones to be on YouTube that I was telling you about before we went live. And
cool.
I was like, that'd be a good fit for your style. Like kind of punky. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounded great. So I hadn't heard that track before, but I really liked it.
But yeah, they were the ones that had no music on their show because I don't know what happened. So I to this day I still don't know what I must have pushed a button and didn't realize. But I mean, the mixer's like this big, so I need to be turned up. My girlfriend says I need to be turned up just a little bit. Well, how much is a little bit? This thing's really sensitive. A tad. Is that better?
Okay, I could also just be really loud. I can go down if that needs to happen.
Well, I mean, I don't. Well, see, I have a microphone right here. But it used to be at my face with a filter and everything, like not the good kind, not like your. I had a. Well, I'll show it to you. It was this metal. It's metal. This thing was $20.
Oh man!
And it
looks like a fly swatter.
It's gonna be some kind of swatter. Yeah. I'll think of something. Or I just put it on the wall with like Hall of Fame kind of.
Yeah, dude.
Remember, sure. Or I could auction it off for like charity or something.
There you go.
Keep me alive. Something, raise money for somebody.
Absolutely. I'm sure somebody somewhere needs it.
Possibilities are endless. So how you doing, man? You said you're not COVID positive, but you.
No, yeah, for sure. Nah, just fighting a cold, which is fine.
Yeah, take it,
dude. In stride. This is my first day feeling relatively human, so can't think of a better.
You haven't had the COVID, have you?
No, big knock on wood on that one.
Anybody close to you have it?
Been super fortunate to most people in my life have been able to avoid it, but
I haven't had the vaccine. My girlfriend's had the vaccine. She works at Walmart, and she actually got paid like $75 to get the vaccine. I didn't. I had no incentives like that, so and plus I'm just in this room. Usually.
Totally. Yeah. I work in consumer electronics, so I'm around people pretty much all the time.
Is that like fixing stuff or?
No, it's just a fancy way of saying I work in an electronics department of a retail store.
Like Best Buy?
Yeah, Target.
Oh, I love Target.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm a Target shopper.
Nah, they're great. Actually, I got no
That's
complaints.
where
They're great.
that's where this came from. The marquee. I got that
Nice.
over Christmas last year, and my girlfriend's like, "Who's that for?" Because we were Christmas shopping. You know, I was like, "That's for me." It's like, "What are you gonna do with that?" I was like, "I don't know yet." I mean, because at that point I didn't know, but I mean, that's a good idea. So
Yeah.
I started doing that. I used to have a black light on it, but I noticed in the videos you can't see it.
Yeah.
So I have it off now. But I got my stuff going on behind it.
Awesome.
So that's where the marquee. And I usually I started this thing the other night that on the last song, I will switch the marquee from the person that's on now to the person that's going to be on next. Well, I'm in kind of a funk now because the last song is only about 4 minutes long, and the next band is there's well, other than Confessions of a Traitor. So that's a lot to, I got to take all that off, and I don't know if I can do it I'll try.
It's a challenge, dude. You gotta take it in
ready.
stride for
I usually
sure.
have the letters all ready to go here, but I didn't have time. I had a new mixer to mess up, to try to not to mess up the whole program with. So anyway, that was a Target purchase.
Shout out to Target.
Shout out, yeah. I need some sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did you ever play in a band? I noticed there's drums on. I guess it'd be the newest song, or maybe it's not the newest one. I don't know. The what's it called? Which song? Where it has drums on it and stuff.
Yeah. It's Better to Burn Out, which
That
is
one. Yeah.
which is from a lot of things, but I pulled that from have you ever seen Highlander?
Yes.
Yeah, there when Clancy Brown's character is in the church because the immortals can't fight on hallowed ground, and they're having like their conversation, Connor McLeod and him. He goes, "It's better to burn out than to fade away," which again is from a lot of different things, but that's
Neil
where I
Young
pulled.
also.
Yeah, for sure. And so I pulled it from that because I love that movie.
So was that a part of a band project you had going on, or was that?
No, so I learned how to play bass like a year ago, or I picked up the bass about a year ago, and so I just wanted an excuse to make like a full composition, and so that was just me. I did everything on that except the drums. The drums are pre-programmed, so I just
Yeah. It sounds great. I mean, it sounds like because you have backup vocals in it also. Isn't there backup vocals on some of them? On some of the other ones?
Yeah, for sure. Depending on the song, like I'll layer some stuff or do whatever kind of feels right in the moment. Three Crow has been cool because like what Three Crow is to me is just like unabashedly my own experimentation, kind of what I want to do musically. So like I was playing, so I played in bands when I was like from the time I was 16 to like, around different times. But for a long time now, at least the last 4 or 5 years, I've been just by myself, just doing solo acoustic stuff and just under my name basically, and just kind of going around. And I found that wasn't, it felt very directionless. And so like about a year ago, I sat down and was like, okay, I'm going to like start, a project in giant pretentious air quotes, and would be like, okay, now what do I want to do with this? And the answer that I kind of came back to, which was cool, was anything. So like I do Three Crow is unabashedly just me. So I do all of the artwork, all of the recording, all of the mixing, all of the writing.
I was going to ask you if you drew that.
yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. So like everything, at least up to this point, which it doesn't have to be like a solid rule that has to be the case, but at least up until this point, like it's just me. Oh yeah, for sure.
That way. If you can draw, heck, I can't. I can draw a stick figure, but that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, if you can call what I do drawing, for sure. But either way, so yeah, so with the full compositions, which I have two of, it was really just an excuse to play bass on a track, and was like, all right, cool, like let me sit down. Like the one I reimagined Two Front Teeth like with a full composition, and then I wrote that song, literally just sat down with my DAW open and was like, picked some beats per minute, picked a few drum tracks, and just
see what happens.
Threw it down. Yeah, and I ended up liking it, which was cool, and so I threw it out there. But
that's one thing that I haven't. I do electronic music also, like on the side, and well, I guess on the side, I don't know, but that's also what I do, and play guitar and stuff. But I've never messed with a DAW ever, and I had a really nice mixer before, and I just didn't. I'm very impatient when it comes to figuring things out. So the YouTube, when I was watching a YouTube video about how to hook this up to Zoom, it was great. I can, you know, plus I've been wanting the show to sound better, but so this it came with Cubase, and I'm just kind of scared. I'm not. We'll get Rob that was here a little bit ago. He uses Reaper, and,
Yeah.
just seeing that on a screen, I'm just like, just duh, it's just I don't.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
he said it's really not that difficult once you get going. And I had some guys from Brazil on Lucky Jesus, and they do house music, and that's all they use is all they use. They do Ableton.
Yeah.
He's Ableton, and like the pro one. I mean, but we did a screen share during when they were on, and that looked difficult.
Yeah.
But I guess it's not. It's just
It's all like anything, it's one of those things where you start really simple, and then as you kind of start to grasp, the real foundation, the foundational fundamentals, I think that makes sense,
Sure.
of things, like words, they're hard, but you start little, and then as you start to really grasp the basics, you start to build on that and build on it and build on it. Like, I'm no expert by any means, like not even remotely close, but
oh, yeah, but you've got those tracks. They sound great. I thought it was a whole band that recorded.
I appreciate that. Yeah, which is cool. Like when I started with my acoustic stuff and just learning how to make that sound better, and and just to make it sound,
and I guess multi-tracking also, because I never, we would always record into because Rob, he does some stuff with me too on electronics, but I would just run a direct line into my Mac and do it on voice memo.
Cool.
You
Yeah.
can't multi-track anything. You can edit a little bit. You can trim. That's about it. But so I'm excited about that. That'll make everything sound a lot better.
Absolutely. And I mean, even today, like I still hate doing, like when I'm doing acoustic tracks, like I hate doing like a guitar track and a vocal track like separately, because I just feel that my guitar playing, like it kind of, as I'm playing and singing, I feel like it kind of vibes off of itself. So when I'm trying to just record like guitar, it always sounds very sterile to me, because I don't get those little kind of idiosyncrasies I get in there when I'm also focused on singing. So like I'll still do that in like one take. Which if you fuck up that, can I swear here? I imagine I can.
It's YouTube, sure.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I have age restriction on, so yeah.
Okay, cool. So if I
you can now.
yeah, I was gonna say a little late on that one. But if you fuck up proverbially and act practically, you're doing it again. So you're starting from square one. And if you really liked that first take, like I'm not talented enough in a DAW to go back and like slice where I messed up and then start again. Like I'm sure that is very possible, but my limited knowledge, it's very prohibitive. But the thing that's cool is like, because of that, there are things in at least my recorded music that would be maybe something I would have changed, but because I liked the rest of the take, like I kept in there, and it almost feels like copping out. But at the same time, I've grown to like kind of like those little, idiosyncratic, like,
like it fits in a way, like it fits.
It's very like intentionally unintentional, and like I really like dig that. So obviously there's a scale to that, and if something is just genuinely bothers me, then I'm like, okay, I'm going back and redoing this. But
that doesn't fit at all, and it's just
for sure. It's all relative.
I remember when I was talking to you over Instagram. I don't even know how I found you, honestly. I always think of that and talk to the guest about trying to remember how I found you. It's probably just through like Instagram is so much different than Facebook. I'm barely on Facebook anymore. I'll get on there and post the events, because there's people that follow the page, and just so they know what's going on now that I'm not on there anymore. Because I used to just go do it on Facebook Live, but it's just. It had to have been through networks of people. So like Instagram is different than Facebook in to where like, you don't have to be friends with anybody that they're friends with, because it's not a friendship thing. It's just following. I don't know. The algorithm is so weird on Instagram, but it works. And that's how I've gotten a lot of the guests is just somehow on Instagram. Like there's no way you can do it on Facebook. I mean, you have to do searches and, or just know the name. And
totally.
it's hard to do that. But Instagram is just, I'm new to Instagram, so but it's
Yeah.
kind of changing things for me because it's just so much easier, you know?
Yeah, man, I haven't looked at Facebook in so long. Like the thing about me and social media that's funny is it's like I have a really good friend who's also a musician, and like she's so good. Her name's EJ Fabishevsky. She's incredible.
Get her on the show.
Dude, for
I'm
sure.
always looking for
She's
guests.
incredible. And she's one of my favorite human beings alive. And
Is that
she
the
always
one?
makes
Let's see. Was that the one that was on your? No. Anyway, go on. Go
yeah,
on.
no worries. Yeah, and so like she always makes fun of me because my I'm so bad at social media. Like I do it so incorrectly when it comes to like self-promotion. And it's so frustratingly annoying to me. Like I feel just so I'm like, oh, like it's just a thing that like has to happen to get people to listen to your music today.
Oh, I know.
And like it's just I wish I was better at it because I'm just so bad at it.
There's so many ways. There's Twitter, then there's that Twitch, and then there's TikTok, and there. I mean, there's just so many different things that people follow that you don't know what to advertise on. And like I
Yeah,
don't. Every once in
it's
a while,
rough.
I'll do like the Facebook advertising, and it's because it's not. It's very inexpensive, you know. And on Instagram, I've kind of looked at it just if I want to promote a little bit more, other than what the bots in the comments say, promote it on.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't say. There's got to be a way they can fix that. You know, there's a lot of that happens all the time. I mean, I did just a short video. I was making spaghetti sauce at like 2 in the morning, and I just put that on there, and I found this song called Spaghetti Sauce, and I put it on Instagram, and there was like 100 people that I've never even heard of. They're just, you know, so I went through deleted all of it, but like it's just
Yeah.
how does that happen? You know, just because
I don't know.
maybe because of the song, people search for spaghetti sauce songs. I mean, I
Maybe.
did, but I mean, you know, it was odd. But you know,
My
there are some things within Instagram that need fixed, but you know,
my goal right now, like so I released the EP about a year ago, probably like last June, and I'm in the writing process right now of the follow up to that, just the writing process, and then hopefully that will naturally evolve into the recording process. But my goal for that, which I'm super excited about, like the
yeah,
music I'm writing right now, like I'm just like, I mean, obviously it's new, and at least in my experience, I'm always really excited about whatever is like new.
sure.
But I'm really really excited to see the direction that it's like heading. But my goal for like that project as like a piece of work is to promote it like at least somewhat correctly and in some form of professional manner, because like when I released the EP I just finished it and was like okay, and I put it out like the next like as soon as I could, and that was kind of it. And it's fortunately grown organically, from there a little bit, which has been awesome. People that check it out seem to, the ones that check it out and decide that they like it, it's always super super great. But
It's different too because like you would expect, you know, your vocal range is awesome. You know, I got really low. You know, I never have to use a capo. I mean, I wouldn't anyway. But you know, for that style of music, you expect a whole band. You know, somebody playing drums really fast, and like Blink 182 ish. You know, but there's nothing there, and it's acoustic, and I think it's really good. It kept me wanting to go to the next song.
thanks, man. Yeah, it's just I guess, yeah, that's a great way of putting it for sure. And it's always been because it's never even been like necessarily like a stylistic choice. It's just been a choice of like necessity. Like I have, this music that I want to make, and I don't know if you've been in bands, but I've often felt like it's been like being married to 5 different people at a different
Yeah,
time, which can be great. It could be a very healthy
can be.
marriage, or it
Yeah.
can also be very frustrating. And as you get older and people start to have like real lives and real priorities and stuff, it gets even harder. And it was just I was sick of waiting around on everybody else. And so I had just kind of decided to be like, okay, I'm just going to do everything I can possibly do as a singular unit and just see where it goes from there.
Right. Hey, let's I want to play. I was looking at your stuff. Your songs are relatively short, you know, compared to like full band stuff. But I have 5 songs loaded up. But I was thinking, let's play a couple of them maybe, not back to
Cool.
back, but we'll play one and then we'll talk a little bit. But I have Keeping Score loaded up. You want to talk about that one a little bit? Maybe tell folks what it's about, or just kind of.
For sure. So keeping score was like that was one of the few songs on the EP that wasn't written before the idea of Three Crow kind of came about. So 3 of the 5 songs I had written previously that I was just sitting on for the stuff that I was doing, and
Want to
didn't
start with
really have
one
a
of those instead?
No, no, keeping score is a great place to start actually, because that was when I really felt like I started to hit my stride in the writing process for like this album. So I needed or EP, I needed a song just because I wanted to hit that 5 song, EP length. And so I wrote that one during the recording process of the others, and just I loved the way it came out. Like it was one of those ones where it was like
Hit my mic.
creative. Oh, you're good. I always say sometimes songwriting is like a faucet, and sometimes you hit it and it's clogged and you got to call the plumber and that takes forever. And then other times it just comes out of nowhere and it just happens. And that was one of those ones that just kind of
Did you
came
do it
out of
in
that
one take?
place.
Did you do it all in one take?
The bass, so the first track is like the main vocal and guitar track is one take, and then all of the layered vocals and leads and stuff get stacked on top of that.
Let's take a listen to it, and this is keeping score. Three Crow Retirement Home. It needs to be like initials, be like TCRH. Man, that sounds dumb. But Three Crow Retirement Home. This is keeping score. I think. Why is it not playing? Here we go again. Can we just have that? Oh.
Until my fingers all fall off. Outside is Armageddon, but I think I've still got my head stuck in the door. Stuck in the door. I tripped and fell into my own personal hell. Suburban conversations, boy, you've still got that smell. Tear out the cancer, you'll find all the answers behind my crooked teeth. Pull out the pin, breathe it all in, survey on the back of your receipt. I'm peeling lead paint off the walls. I'm keeping score, I'm pretty sure, until my fingers all fall off. Outside is Armageddon, but I think I've still got my head stuck in the door. Stuck in the door. Stuck in the door. She'll go if you let her go ahead, quote something better than the shit that's on TV. I could have been a contender, please return back to sender, cause these rose tints aren't working for me. No, these rose tints aren't working for me. I'm peeling lead paint off the walls. I'm keeping score, I'm pretty sure, until my fingers all fall off. Outside is Armageddon, but I think I've still got my head stuck in the door. Stuck in the door. Stuck in the door. I'm peeling lead paint off the walls.
Nice. Yeah, that's really good. Can you play that stuff live? Like if you were to get a gig?
Yeah.
Have you played them live?
Yeah, so I started Three Crow like right in the heart of like the beginning, I guess not the heart, like the beginning of COVID. So I have, none of that has been played live before. Which I have to figure that out.
You have like a looper pedal. You could do a lot of looping with it.
I could do that. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure.
Pedal and I didn't like.
Yeah, they're tricky. There's definitely a learning curve to those that I have not been bold enough to explore. But no, I mean, all of them can be played like I've played them live for like people like that, not like live like in front of a crowd, but for other people. And you strip them down, and they're okay. You're losing the leads, but the heart of it is kind of very much still there, at least with most of them. So they're cool. I would eventually like the idea of having somebody just come play like either rhythm or lead for me, just
when you
to
do your live stuff.
when I'm doing live stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be cool. I mean, none of it's, very difficult. So somebody can come through and learn it in, a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm sure there's open mics in Pittsburgh. You got to go hang out, go to some of those maybe, and just before you do an actual show, and like just to see what it's going to sound like without. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's definitely like a move. Yeah, it's just been a matter of like waiting for the world to kind of resume, which it finally has a bit, which has been awesome. But
yeah. Do you go to Stage AE a lot?
yeah, definitely. I've been for sure.
I've been there once. I saw we saw Under Oath there, and I think Crown of the Empire was there also. And it's a great venue. Well, Wage War's coming up, and we've seen Wage War at Rex Theater, and well, they're coming up to Stage AE. So, it's my girl's like one of her favorite bands. So I was like, well, all right, well, let's go. Well, they're requiring your vaccine card, and that you get tested within 72 hours. And I'm not gonna go. I mean, it's just like that's a. I mean, you were shut down for like a year and a half or something. Probably barely. Well, I don't know how they are with money or whatever, but a lot of places didn't make it at all. Like Rex Theater didn't make it. And now they're wanting to do this, and I've never seen anybody else doing that kind of. That's pretty strict, I mean, how long the lines? I mean, the line's long anyway to get in there, but I mean, can you imagine how long it's gonna be now?
I mean, that's been the kind of whole issue with COVID in general. Is it's just
nobody knows what to do. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's a logistical nightmare just from like top to bottom, and that's exactly right. It's just like nobody quite knows what the right call is, and
you
so
know how to prevent it, and you don't want a whole bunch of people getting sick. You don't want to be that place that's responsible for a breakout, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. No, 100%.
And I understand that too. I don't see I don't know. I don't.
Like I said, it's tough. Those are calls to be made by somebody that is paid more than I am. So
yes, and me also. Yeah, and I don't like talking about that stuff on the show. It's just kind of in relation to music. It's just kind of. I don't want to say anal, but that's kind of what it is. It's just kind of like somebody else saying, okay, well, this is what we're going to do, and that's how we're going to do it, and that's final.
Totally. Yeah. Someone along the line is going to make that call, whether it's them or whether it's somebody else. So who knows?
Maybe it'll tested 2 days before we go or 3 days before we go, then I can't go at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see the logic in it, but because we are probably going to stay in a hotel, so there's going to probably be around people that haven't been tested in 3 days. Or have the vaccine. So I mean, I don't know how that's gonna. I don't know. Nobody knows. We'll get off that subject
for sure.
But hey, let's since we're talking about being sick or people that were unfortunate enough to get that, let's play Get Well Card.
Yeah, for sure. That is Get Well Card is my it's my favorite song on the EP. I like. It's weird to say you love your own music, but like, I like my own music for sure. But like that song specifically, like I love that song. Like it was just, I wrote it. This is like the most generic sad boy acoustic thing, but it's like I wrote it during like a really significant time of turbulence in my life, and so it was just like
it's when the best things come out too.
Without a doubt. But the thing with me is I always was the opposite. Like I could never write anything creative when I was struggling, and that was like the first time that I was really struggling with something serious, and I was able to articulate it in a way that didn't suck, and so that's why I really like that song holds a very special place in my heart, simply because it was almost therapeutic, the writing process of that song. So.
It is. Well, and music, any way you do it is therapeutic. I mean, I get therapy from doing my electronic stuff, even though I'm not like, there's no emotion really, because, I'm just turning knobs and things, but like it's still, to me, like listening to that stuff is therapeutic, and just sitting down and picking up the guitar sometimes. Playing Xbox is therapeutic. My girlfriend hates when I do that. Therapeutic for me, but yeah, like everything about music I think is therapeutic. Everything, or just puts you in a better mood, or I guess can put you in a bad mood too. I don't know, especially if you hate it, I don't know. But let's take a listen to Get Well Card.
Their early work was a little too away for my taste.
Sometimes I wish I could feel just a bit, just a little more normal and a little less formally fucking crazy. Confusion's got its place, oh its place. Spend time in better days, better days. But this disguise is laced in lies and Xanax. You don't know what to say, that's okay. It's a game we all play every day. But I promise somewhere deep down I appreciate it. And I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I'm choking on my teeth and I'm long overdue. Like a get well car, crumple up, disregard. I know it sounds crazy, but I swear I'm not that far gone. Between politics and me, a romantic trip. 4, 3, 2, let's cut to the chase. A democratic state of irony. Pick your poison, fill up the hole with something broken. Let it hit you like a truck and then throw it all up just to do it again. So let mistakes do what they do, and now make a case for the doctor in you. But his pen writes in blood, so I'll sign in mud and steel blue. And I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I'm choking on my teeth and I'm long overdue. Like a get well car, crumple up, disregard. I know it sounds crazy, but I swear I'm not that far gone.
Whoops. I think I cut it too short. Did I cut it too short?
You're good.
You can just hear the passion in that.
Yeah, I think that, like I said, I think that comes along with the fact that I really was like, I feel that one for sure. Got that little bit of what was his name? Patrick Bateman in the beginning. Yeah, that's very on the nose, with the American Psycho reference, but
Right.
yeah.
You weren't psychotic though. You were just kind of down.
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of for sure. I always hope that Warner Media or whoever actually owns that movie doesn't like hit me with a DMCA at some point.
Yeah, they hit me with the Facebook thing. That's why I don't do Facebook Live anymore, because
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
rough.
copyright protection on Facebook. YouTube's covered. I can play whatever I want on it. I don't like Facebook.
But yeah, shout out to fair use or whatever, however that works.
Yeah, well,
But-
yeah, fair. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. But when I was writing that song, I knew it was going to be the first. I knew it was going to be the first track on the EP. Well, no, not when I was writing it. But when I was composing the EP, I knew that it was going to be the first track when I was doing the track list, and so I wanted to have like something funny in the beginning there. And I love horror movies. I love movies in general. If you can't tell by my giant Godzilla or my Elvira hanging out over here.
that's tight.
But I was like thinking of I wanted to do something with horror just because that was the vibe I was feeling at the time. And so I was going back and forth between like a few different like lines from classic horror movies that like I like. And so like one of them was like the really kind of everyone remembers from Predator when Arnold sees the Predator take his mask off for the first time and he goes, "You're one ugly motherfucker." And the other one that I thought was funny that just didn't fit either was my favorite movie ever is The Thing, John Carpenter's remake of The Thing. And there's a scene in that movie where the dude's head like removes itself from the body that's on the table and it like sprouts legs and starts like running across the floor. And the one dude that just watches it happen in the room, he just looks at, he deadpan stares at the camera and goes, "You've got to be fucking kidding." And I took that clip and that one almost made it. It didn't quite fit in
Maybe on the
terms of
next
time. Yeah, for sure.
He's got to make it somewhere.
Yeah.
Too much. Hey, I have redacted. I kept redacted on there because for one thing, it's 4 minutes, a little bit longer. Why is it a little bit longer than the other ones? And tell us a little bit about that one.
So that song is kind of like the I wouldn't want to say like the black sheep of the EP, but it's definitely the most different of everything else that's on there.
Noticed it, yeah.
And that's because that song is the oldest song that I had written that song and was playing that song live for 2 or 3 years before I incepted kind of getting it recorded and having it like, on something. And I wanted to keep like one piece of my previous kind of musical endeavors like solo as a part of Three Crow, and that was always the song that kind of continued on with me as I proceeded to, grow and play and do different stuff. Like that one never left the set list. And so when I decided to record it, I liked the way it had turned out. And so it made its way onto the EP. But that's why that one is like so different in terms of like tone. It's just because it was written like in a totally different headspace and a totally different musical mindset than like the rest of the EP was, because it was so much older.
That one being older, was that the one you wanted to, you were just stuck on making it just perfect?
No. That whole it was just one take. That was actually the first song I recorded for the EP. It's just I just opened my DAW and hit record with a vocal and guitar track and let it rock.
Well, let's take a listen to it. It is a fantastic song. That's why I wanted to feature it on here. This is Redacted by Three Crow Retirement Home.
I've been spending too much time living for the weekend. When will the weekend? So I strap on my dancing shoes on a Monday afternoon. I'll dance the night away if that's okay with you. I met a girl, she kept God on her shoulder. These Pennsylvania winters, I swear they're getting colder. But I'm shivering, but it's nothing to fear. It's just I lost my coat and it's freezing this time of year. I've been working on coming down. It's just it gets awful lonely with your head in the clouds. So could it be love? Could it be caffeine? Could it be something that we found in between? Whoa, yeah. Oh, oh, whoa, oh. Let's talk about the days we spent. Let's talk about what they meant. Let's talk about love and death, the ending of Macbeth. But baby, I'm no Shakespeare, and you don't wanna be here. I love the way that you talk, girl. You paint a picture with every word you say. But if a picture's worth 1,000, then that's a lot around and some math for another day. I've been working on coming down. It's just it gets awful lonely with your head in the clouds. So could it be love? Could it be caffeine? Could it be something that we found in between? Whoa, yeah. Whoa, oh, whoa, oh. I've been working on coming down. It's just it gets awful lonely with your head in the clouds. So could it be love? Could it be caffeine? Could it be something that we found in between? Whoa, yeah. Oh, oh, whoa, oh.
Yes. Can't really say you can't like go yes at the end of that. But
Nah, yeah.
it's yeah, it's phenomenal. I like
Thanks,
that.
man.
It's so much different, like hearing it in my ears than it is when because I usually just play it like in the living room or something or on the speaker back here. When I'm playing people's things, but it's just so different listening to it when there's nothing going on, and you pick parts out of there. That whistling part, it's kind of folky,
Yeah.
when you start doing that. Did you
Yeah,
have to
that's
do a couple
always-
takes of the whistling?
Nah, man. I would
you,
just-
you got that down?
Yeah, dude. I've been playing that song for so long that that just goes. Yeah, that one's always fun because when you break the whistle out live, everyone in the room that looks like they don't give a shit because they don't give a shit,
don't
they at
listen.
least typically look up when I bless that one out because
Mhm.
whistling that loud, in key is not always super common. And so
It's tough to do, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the people sitting in the back not paying attention, they'll at least usually glance up when that one happens. So
Yeah. Do they start paying attention or do they just go back to their
I'd like to give it an optimistic 50-50, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see.
That's all. Yeah, I never even thought of that. That's that would make me look up. I mean, or make anybody look up.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah.
I wish you would have been able to play. I know you haven't felt good stuff, but that would have been fun also.
Yeah.
To be able to whistle over Zoom while you're playing that. Would
Yeah.
that be worst?
I know for sure.
I had two front teeth up next. If you want to let us know about that, is that
Yeah,
does it have anything to do with teeth at all?
no. I can play Two Front Teeth. You want me to play it?
Yeah, I would love for you to
fuck
play
yeah.
it.
No, I can play it for sure. Just give me like a second.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'm less coldy. I can do that one.
I'll talk to the folks about next week while you're setting up. Next week I'm happy. I'm going to my fifth country. Well, I'm not personally. I'm going virtually over Zoom. Zoom's taking me there and over to London for a band, Confessions of a Traitor. They're really good. They have their links up on the description of their event. You're already ready. I'll talk more about them at the end of the show, but yeah, I'm excited to have them come on. They've been around for quite a while. They've got music videos out, and so I can say I've been to Finland, and not physically, but we did Finland, Wrathful Feast from Finland. We did Lucky Jesus down in Brazil. And we did Shockwire, which he's pretty much viral. He's got 21,000 I think followers now on Instagram. He's up in Toronto, well, north of Toronto, Canada. And then wait, this will be 4? I'm wrong. This will be the fourth time, not the fifth time. I think. I don't know. I think I can do math. Anyway, so we'll be going to London next Tuesday, and that's an early show because they're 5 hours ahead. So I could do the show at 3. So it'll be 8 o'clock their time. So if you can join us, then join us then. But I'll play some of them at the end. But we get a special treat. You can play anything you want. You can play whatever you want. Play for a while.
Cool. Yeah, for sure. We'll see how this one goes and then go from there. Because like I said, full internet disclaimer. I'm fucking sick. But the vibes are just so good. I had to bust it out for sure. How's the guitar? Is it too loud?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. How's guitar with vocals? All right.
It's good, yeah.
All right, cool. I paid enough money for this mic. I hope it works.
It is nice. I saw that.
Marching order, batter, get in line. Recount your quarters, $7.85. Jimmy Cullers, what else was he to do? Walking around in his 2 left shoes. Well, I'm a freaking, so are you. If you're handing out apologies, I'll take 2. Cause I got that 1979 Russian roulette on my mind. Well, the kids are doing fine, yeah, they're just fine. You got the basement blues, that's cool, well, I do too. Do you remember, oh, what's her name? I haven't got a clue. Haven't got a clue. Whoa. Haven't got a clue. Whoa. Don't look back, you don't know what's underneath. Keep
of this. I can't stand the circus and I fucking hate clowns. Cause I got that 1979 Russian roulette on my mind. Well, the kids are doing fine, yeah, they're just fine. You got the basement blues, that's cool, but I do too. Do you remember what to name? I haven't got a clue. Haven't got a clue. Whoa. Haven't got a clue. Whoa. Cool.
That's it. You got to play another one. No, it sounds really
Yeah.
good. No,
That's a
I muted my headset and I just listened to it on the tablet, and it sounds really good.
Cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a short one. That's the shortest song I have. That's like, I don't think that one even creeps 2 minutes. I think it's like a minute and a half.
Of awesome. Do you do any covers of anything? Have you ever done any covers?
Do I do any covers? I definitely have. It's just a matter of what I can remember.
Yeah, you don't have to. I was just wondering, really.
Yeah, no, I mean, to be honest, that's a great question. Like I said, I'm sure I know them. It's just a matter of like what I know.
Yeah.
No, I can play another one though.
Yeah, play us another one.
Yeah, this song is the last song on the EP. It's called The Wrong Line. It's a soft one, so I'm hoping it'll work itself out. Waking up on the wrong side of the right argument to say what I've got to say and break my legs back into place and break them quick and break them straight. 'Cause I got places to be that just don't wanna see me, and I keep towing the wrong line. I fell in love with a twisted tailor. She pulled out my heart with cuts made from paper and put my head back in the box. Close it up, slap on some locks. Where I'm going, I'm not gonna need it. And I keep towing the wrong line. Oh, disaster won't stop courting me, so please just act accordingly for once. And these bastards won't stop bullying me. Can't stomach much more honesty. For once. For once.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, it's a fun one. It's a fun one to strip down. That's the one where I regret that I recorded that like a lot differently than the way I play it now, and part of me wants to like go back and like do it again. But I like that one a lot.
I found you said EJ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trolling everybody's your don't you guys play music together?
We have, yeah, for sure. We were in a group called Solar Opposites, and
That's what it's
then
called. Yeah, that's what I was trying to find.
yeah, and then fucking Justin Roiland from Rick and Morty released a show called that same thing after us, by the way.
So, there's royalties to be had.
I know, dude. It was the worst because I loved that name, and it was just our
great.
SEO just got permanently ruined from that. So it was.
You gotta come up
But yeah, we've written music together, and like she's so talented, and it's so fun just working with her in any facet. And just her voice is so fucking awesome, and it's just so fun to be able to like write with her and like write something that I can hear in my head that I could never sing in the way that she can, and it's like such a fun collaborative effort, you know, on that part.
Well, what are you gonna do without that name though? You gotta think. So
Yeah,
now you're
we've been
process of
talking
thinking stuff.
we've been talking about renaming it for over a year now, and I think we've both been so heartbroken over that
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
I'm heartbroken now, man.
But
Bummer.
yeah, without a
You'll think it's
doubt.
something better, I'm sure. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe indeed.
I'd love to have her on the show, or you with her, both of you guys together. You know, maybe we can do a show where people vote on what your next name's gonna be.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, you should reach out to her. You know, like I said, totally subject to whatever she's up to. I can't speak for her, but she's great.
So you guys been friends for a while, or?
Yeah, we met in college. And so yeah, we've been tight forever. Yeah, met through music and just have been cool like ever since.
It's so neat when you vibe with somebody. Well, you know, friendship wise is one thing, but when you sit down and play music with somebody, and you like, I have one buddy. He's moved to Texas now, but you know, we would sit and play, and then we would, whether it was a cover or not, we would always stop and start like on a solo that isn't in the original song, or you know, one of the songs that we just came up with. Like, you just know that there's a name for it, and I can't think of it what it is right now, but how you just vibe with somebody musically. It's you don't even realize it until you're done, like after you're done with the song, that like, wow, how did we know when to stop there? Or, you know, but there's that, it's a thing, I can't think of what it's called right now, but
Totally. And the thing that's awesome with her, like when it comes to me, is like we just fall into it like two puzzle pieces. Like we're all like musically, we're kind of always on the same wavelength, you know, and that's just finding somebody that you jive with musically, you know, to that degree is super rare. And it's not something that I take for granted. So it's anytime I get a chance to play with her in any, like I said, any way, it's always, I always consider myself just incredibly fortunate.
So what do you have next coming up for you? Do you just working on the album? On the full
Yeah,
album?
I'm in the writing process of some new stuff, and that's pretty much it, you know. Just hoping to, you know, like I said, my goal for this, what's that?
I said get out and play a little bit.
That's totally on the agenda for sure, with as well as like just when I record this new stuff is just to actually push it and promote it in a way that is that is concrete
And come back to the show next time. Come here and play. We'll have you set up here, and we'll have you in the studio playing. I've only had a few people. Well, I had a whole band here, you know, but that's a whole band. And I've had a few people play just acoustic, you know, and play, and you know, their stuff.
Yeah.
So it's fun. Plus it's fun interacting, you know, next to each other. But we'll 6 feet away, you know, with masks.
Yeah, no worries. Do you want to hear a new one?
Yes, I think that would be phenomenal. Premiere. We got
great note to kind of close out on for sure.
Awesome.
So this one is totally subject to fuck up. Oh my god. It's super fresh. And it doesn't have a name. But let's do it. I think I'm developing a real dependency on fast food and coffee that'll probably kill me. And I think that my talents lie in wasting all of my time on terrible fiction to fuel my addictions for a moment. For a moment. Whether it's the weather or an inevitable heat death, I'll be kicking back with 1,000 regrets. Be doing better, but I think that I failed again. Cat's got my tongue and he ain't coming back, my friend. My friend. So please have a little patience, 'cause I think I lost my way. I think I can make it once it finally clicks. You made your bed, but you lay there instead, so I could finally see that my drive is corrupt and I've been filling up on empty calories. Calories, oh calories. Calories, oh calories.
Oh yeah.
Version not including cold coming soon.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, man, I'm stoked about it.
Yeah, that's cool. So you have any? You probably don't have any timelines at all, do you?
Nah, man, I work a lot, so it's all about like when I have time, you know.
Well, it all sounds phenomenal, man. It really does. The EP sounds great. Even threw me with the other instruments and stuff that I thought it was a whole band.
I appreciate it,
that
dude.
was
That's
really
that's like the best compliment, man. I appreciate it.
And I'm really looking forward to hearing the whole album or whatever anything you got coming out new. That was great though. I love when people play something new that nobody else has heard on the show.
Yeah, for sure. Now we're world exclusive on that one, definitely.
Nice, yeah. And as Instagram would say, there would be 1,000 people come. Why don't you promote it on this? Why don't you promote it on this?
Yeah, for
People that
sure.
don't know Instagram, man, it's so annoying. And it doesn't happen all the time either. You know, like you can put something on there and then they don't say anything. But I don't know how that works. But definitely, you should definitely promote the heck out of that stuff that you're doing because it's really good, man. It really is.
Thanks, dude. I really appreciate it.
And I thank you for stopping by tonight and hanging out with me, even though it's late. But hey, I did one later. I think I did one at midnight a couple weeks ago with my buddy Brandon. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate you working. Like I said, man, I'm always working like afternoon to late evenings. So
Night
I
owl
appreciate
anyway.
you
I
working
love
around
it.
it. Yeah.
I would much rather do it. I try to do it around 8, just that way people can watch, but if they want. But you know, I don't mind working around and staying up till whenever. So really cool. I was trying to get some letters. I didn't have any. I wasn't prepared with the letters. But a lot of them are already up there because I couldn't find a couple. I'm like, where's the other C? There's another C. So I'll try to switch that over while we're listening to the last song. Hey, if you got a minute, stick around after I kill the feed just for a second.
Yeah, 100%.
You have some stickers or something. But I'm going to play this song by Confessions of a Traitor. That's the band from London that's going to be on Tuesday. That's at a 3:00 show. So, but if you're in London, it's 8 o'clock. So I don't think I have very many viewers there, but not yet. I will. So if you can join us then, great. If you can't, it'll be up on the page and or up on the channel. I can't say page anymore because it's channel, YouTube channel. And hit the like button. I don't like to be that guy either. Hit the subscribe button. But
I'll do it for you, bro.
it
Hit the
helps.
like button. Hit the subscribe button. It fucking helps, man.
That's exactly what Shadow Corvus did on Monday.
Dude, I will whore out your promotion, no problem. Yo, do it.
Do it.
Fucking do it.
You want to listen to the London episode. You want to.
Who what?
And hopefully I'll have the mixer working 100%. I don't know. There's always technical glitches here and there on this show, but I think that's part of the comedy of it. But hey,
100%.
Thanks for being on, man. I appreciate it. Hey, I'll let you take it out. Tell everybody the Confessions of a Traitor next Tuesday at 3, and this is their song Ocean Air. Do you remember all that?
Yeah. Okay. Confessions of a Traitor next week at 3. I think you said London.
Mm-hmm.
Be there, obviously.
And this is their song called
Gone. Totally.
Ocean Air.
Ocean Air. Check it out. I'm sure it's sick. I'm stoked to hear
All
it.
right, we'll see you guys next week.
can't breathe.